Know that they like me, they do. That boy he fresh out the booth. Family wild in the truth. And they salute all my troops. Know that they hate me, they do. And they be faking the coup. Riding so solo, they know I am the boy that salute. Trust me, they know what I know. Never around on these fools. Boo boy, you swear that I'm rude.
Hey y'all, it's your girl BerryBanks. You know what it is. Welcome to my show, Unravel with BerryBanks. You better know, better see, better recognize by now. And I'm not alone. I'm a slavey in the building.
No more slave by.
Hey, I can't say like 20, so I had to get it right. It's either slavey, slave baby, slavey bandwana. You know? Yeah, so I had to get it right.
Of course.
How are you?
I'm well.
You good?
I can't complain, yeah.
You sure you're good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like you can see clearly.
I can see clearly, trust me. I'm better than what I was last time.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing. You look good.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You too.
You look fresh, glow, on another level.
How can I glow? You the one glowing.
No, not even me glow. Not even. So yeah, you know, for people who don't know, slave B Bantwan, you know, you're a PK.
First and foremost, yeah.
J.
Yeah.
You are a PK, like you
I am
don't know,
a
you
PK.
don't have a choice.
Like a hectic one, actually.
Ne?
Yeah.
So, don't you get like weird questions from people?
I get a lot of questions. I mean,
how does it feel to be a PK?
I'm a PK with this huge tat on my neck and on my body.
And it's
I get those type, and the thing about it is like tats are actually biblical. I mean, if you look at, not that I'm like going that way, but like if you look in the Bible, it talks about God writing everybody's name in the palm of his hand. If you're writing it, the only way you can actually get it on to stick is to tattoo it. So that's why I believe like you can tattoo life, not things that are dead. Like if I go and tattoo somebody's names that's dead, it's like
someone that's dead.
Yeah, like
it's
like let's say I lost a friend, okay, and then I go and tattoo his name on my body. That's not gonna be like I'm not gonna get any glory from it from God. So yeah.
So you have to tattoo things that are alive.
Yeah, you can tattoo things that are alive. I mean,
like
that's what the Bible says.
Oh, okay, that's what it says.
Yeah.
So do you think you being a PK has any advantage, just in general, all around?
It has a huge disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
Yeah, it does. Because people have an expectation. I mean, when I go home, I have to be Leslie, but when I'm out of the house, I'm Slavey Lann, and it's just like a contradiction between the two lives. So now I'm trying to inflict more of Leslie onto Slavey Lann and just show more humility and stuff like that. So yeah. But I do get a lot of questions about, you know, your parents have churches and you're a pastor's kid, and I mean,
why are you a rapper?
Yeah, why am I a rapper? But I feel like it's kind of the same thing because it's basically about me telling my story and and what I've been through, because that makes me who I am. So yeah.
So haven't you had someone come up to you and be like, why aren't you making gospel? You're a PK.
Yeah.
What's happening? What's rap?
Well,
are you okay?
Yeah. Like, okay, I'm from a household where music is like life. My little brother plays the drums. My sister sings. My other brother can play the piano. So I was just the person that was always writing. So yeah. From there, I just decided to take another route because of my experiences and my failures and what brought me to becoming the artist that I am right now. So
yeah. So can you play any instruments?
I'm learning how to play the keyboard.
Why the keyboard?
Because of the notes. Like, I remember at school I was supposed to take music and then... No, I never failed the test. And like, I just have this weird belief that you can't study what you feel like you're destined to be good at. So I just didn't want to continue studying music. I just wanted to do it.
So you passed the test, but you decided not to study music?
Yeah, and then I done something like biology, physics, and then I dropped that. Then I'm like, let me just get into it. Next thing, I'm in varsity. Yeah.
Yeah.
For getting qualified, and I'm like, nah, this is not for me.
So you feel like whatever that you're destined to do, you shouldn't study it. It's in you.
Yeah, it's in you because you can't create. You like. I feel like when you go to school for something that you're good at,
you're wasting time.
Not even wasting time. People are telling you their ideas of
they're changing you.
Yeah, your destiny is supposed to be. And if you just do it, you do it. It's raw. It's like there's nothing.
Authentic.
There's nothing tampered on your mindset. It's just you doing it. So yeah.
So school would kind of box you in
a
certain direction.
Yeah, that's what I feel
like. If you're a musician, you're supposed to write like this or sound like this.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Yeah, because there was like very, notes. You have to study notes, and it's like be specific. You have to do it like this.
Yeah.
And I'm
and
not
you
that,
get
do it
used
like
to that
this
pattern.
person.
Yeah. You want to do it your way.
Yeah.
Just play way.
Most people classify me as a rebel, and I think now I understand why, because I always try and flip the script. Yeah. So it's just weird. So.
Yeah. Okay. So I was going through your Facebook and I see some things, and then you were taking the last sip, and you done with alcohol, and then next thing you were like, you don't deal with alcoholics. Like, so you done drinking, now some other people have to stop drinking because you can't deal with drunk people. What's that all about?
It's basically like I was stuck in a predicament, like with like a female. Yeah, a couple of like, it was like a mixed masala type of thing where. Yeah, cause when you're trying to, it's the power of influence. When you're trying to stop doing something, not that I'm like an alcoholic or something. Yeah, I do my thing.
You have to surround yourself with the right people.
Yeah, I'm trying to be in a positive space right now. It's like the animal kingdom. Lions move with lions, ants move with ants. So if I'm gonna surround myself with people that are they're on this mindset of let's get drunk every single day, it's gonna kind of like make me become that.
You're gonna go back to that.
Yeah, and then my progress is not gonna even go up. So it was that type of situation. Most of the time when I'm posting on Facebook, I'm basically just it's clear like what's on your mind. That's what was on my mind.
Yeah.
Like alcohol, man. It's defeating the purpose. I mean, I missed about 2 or 3 shows just off chilling in that same space.
Oh yeah.
So it was like a no.
So you have to get yourself together.
Yeah.
So you done or you taste?
I don't know. I'm sipping wine these days, but not every day.
Okay.
So yeah.
Wine.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And then I popped into another post on Facebook.
Hey.
So I want to know, what team do you support? Soccer.
Kaiser Chiefs.
Hey, bro. How can you bash your own team? You were
They playing me. They playing me.
You were like, Kaiser Chiefs should just play netball.
Why
you were just tired.
I was tired of them. Like every game I'm watching. You know what? I'm at that point where I don't even want to know the players' names anymore. It's like, you know what? Leave this. I'm going to Europe. I'm tired. And then I go to Europe and the same thing is happening. It's like I give up. So yeah.
Because I was surprised. I'm like, I wonder what he's supporting, if he's bashing.
No, I've been a little supporter to Kaiser Chiefs for years, but they're just doing me right now. They're doing me in like, they're just doing my carapao.
Wow!
That's bad. That's bad, yo.
But you're still with them, but they just keep disappointing.
Nah, nowadays I don't even watch their games.
Yo,
like I remember I went to the stadium
to watch them,
and I'm like, I was looking at CompuTicket and I'm like, you know what? They can miss me. I'm going to Tshivhase. I'm going to watch Sundowns now. And then I went to watch a Sundowns game.
Like
it was even way no Sundowns was 100%. It's like, you know what? I'm cheating right now, but it's fine.
So you were done.
Yeah. I actually went to go and watch that game at Sundowns.
It was good.
Yeah, it was good.
It was worth your money.
I enjoyed it.
So you feel like if you were at the stadium watching Kaiser Chiefs, you would literally jump on this like field and be like, I pay that. I would even do a better job.
You know what? It's even pointless going to the stadium when we're playing right now. It's so bad. These guys, no.
Even if you were to be given free tickets,
I wouldn't go.
5 years.
No, not even. Like, it's bad. Every game, even the worst, Pirates and Chiefs. It's like, you know what? Now
you know
the Pirates fans are here, and Chiefs fans. I'm like in the middle, standing there looking at. So when they score Pirates, I'm like, you know what?
You just want to sit in the middle so you can move that
take
side.
this yellow t-shirt and just wear black ones.
Yeah.
Like, I know. But yeah, that's the stage with it. So.
Wow. So I want to talk about you and some of your friends deciding to build a studio.
Yeah.
Right? So y'all decided to discuss this. 2 weeks later, the studio was there. Boom.
Yeah.
Next thing, same day, you guys are recording. Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're working like that.
Jay,
Yeah.
what's that all about? These surprises. To me, it seems like you guys are very determined and you know what you want.
Yeah.
Like, you don't waste time. You don't wait for nobody. You create your own opportunities.
Yeah. So for people who don't really know my history, I'm from Dapper Gang. So Dapper Gang is from 1632.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm from 1619. What you call? Dapper Gang consists of Pali, Roscoe, Frank Casino, Pretty Ugly, Savio, Decoy. There's like a whole Havoc.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And at my younger age, when I was in high school, I was a part of that clique. And it was something that inspired me because it was just about 1632. And then I'm like, what about the 1619? You know, there's no life there. So recently there's like a whole lot of artists in the 1619, which never ever happened. There's only like 3 or 2. But now they actually coming up. So I've always wanted to like be about the hood that I'm from. So I decided to create a label that will like sign artists from the hood, from the 1619, and put them together so we can show 1632 what we're also about. You know what I'm saying? Because all the heat is coming from around 1632.
So you also want to show them your heat.
Yeah, we're also coming up with the heat.
That you also had it.
We don't want to stay behind. We want to make the 1619 also like rise, type of thing. So yeah, because that's my part. That's where I'm from.
Yeah.
It's not where I am right now.
And you were born in Durban, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and raised in Kempton Park.
Raised in Kempton Park.
So how long were you in Durban, actually?
Well, to be honest, Durban, I think we moved to Joburg, me and my mom, when I was 6, because my dad was a 2-6 and he went to jail for like life. Yeah. And then by the time he came out from Bertram's Yeovil side, we moved to Kempton because I was getting into some real trouble there. Like with the whole gangsterism thing, and it's like a typical colored thing to do. So I just wanted to get out of there. And that's when my chapter started, when I was watching Yo TV, and I was like in some trouble with some goons in Yeovil for some other stuff. And then I saw dancers come on TV and I'm like, yo, I would really like to show these guys that these guys cannot do nothing. Can't believe I'm watching. I remember it was a Saturday morning and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. And then next thing I knew, I went outside, me and my boys got ran up on, they beat us to a pulp. I came back home with my blue eyes. I'm like, Mom, I think we need
How old were you at the time?
I was 12. Yeah, but I was in it like really early.
You've seen life.
I mean, my dad was at 26.
Yeah.
So it was the rightful way for me to go in my mind.
At that time.
But then when we moved out, and I literally set a goal for myself and said I want to be not the greatest dancer, but I want to at least try and push the limit. And then my mom agreed. The next week we moved to Kempton Park, and yeah, from there went to church. Next thing, met people at church because I was Muslim.
Okay.
My first name is actually Shahid, and then we converted to Christianity, and then that was like, we can't call you Leslie, you have to switch it. So now it's Leslie Shahid.
So Leslie is now your first name? Leslie
is my first name. You never know. Yeah, but I couldn't call myself Les. Like, who is that name? Nigga, anyway. So yeah, it was that type of session.
Yeah. So the studio, is it still alive, still kicking, still
we going
at the same location?
Yeah.
Or you guys are planning on relocating?
We're planning on actually getting a bigger venue for the studio because the equipment that I'm planning on getting, it's not gonna fit where
You're currently located.
Yeah, because we actually had it set up in my house, but it became too much for me because I'm an introvert. Like I don't go out the house most of the time. I'm always at home. So when every day people are just trying to record, it's like, you know what, we need a new space for it. So yeah.
Obviously, they want to make music anytime, any day.
And
And like, hey, Slay, open the door.
You know
Want to make music.
And it's like that. 3 o'clock, and I'm like, you know,
like 8 a.m.
I'm with somebody right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be, you know,
want to make music.
They just worry about their dream at that time. But I understand that. Yeah. So that's why we're trying to get a bigger place to move all the equipment and actually have our own studio there, besides from me being with another label. So it's just something basically.
Oh, so the studio is not intertwined with the label. It's different.
No, it's different things.
Okay. Yeah. Sure, with the studio, anyone can just go and record.
Well, I'm looking for specific artists. Okay. Like I know, right now I'm in talks with. I'm not supposed to say, but I'm in talks with Hood Baby and Good Kid.
You spoke.
Yeah. So we're trying to we're trying to do it, you know. We're trying to put the East back where it's supposed to be via the wave.
Interesting. So, I want to talk about you jumping on things, doing things fast. You once told me that you made a song with Temba, if I'm not mistaken, where it was actually a braai. Next thing you know, you guys are going upstairs, you're making music. 5 minutes later, music is done. If I'm not mistaken, the song is in the state.
Yeah.
So, why? Just
I'm like, this guy, he's calling, you know what, like, I don't need your money, number one, like, I don't need it. And when he called me, he hit me up on Instagram first, and he's like, yo, bro, I really would like a verse from you. Then I'm like, okay. Then he's like, how much do you charge? Then I'm like, charge? Nah, nigga, I'm not trying to take anything right now, I'm not there yet. Yeah. Then he's like, okay, cool, so when can I pull through? I'm like, I'm available on Saturday, so he came. But I'm like, I'm having a braai on Saturday because I also need to, like, you know, relax. And he ended up coming early in the morning. He played the beat. I made the hook. I went downstairs, we carried on braai. Then we came back. He done the verse. He done his verse. And then after that, went back down, ate, came back up. I done my verse. And then that was the song. That's how we work. Only good vibes. Like, I'm not trying to be serious and like have me sitting there in the studio for 5 hours trying to figure out a hook. That can miss me.
Yeah.
We need to have fun. We need to enjoy the fact that we're doing what we do. Like, that's my thing.
That's your thing.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about remember Reason tweeted that there was a guy that apparently proposed him a beat or a hook and it was whack, and he was offering to pay him like 100K. How do you feel about his tweet? Was it okay for him to tweet it, or was he supposed to at least help the nigga, you know, do the right things, help him with the beats, give him some direction instead of just kind of exposing him, as much as he didn't mention the name?
Well, with regards to that, I feel like all of us have a different ear. Maybe to his ear that might have sounded like trash, but for me, I don't know. I get a lot of beats. The thing about it is, most of the time, they sound the same. Maybe that's why he said it's whack. But most of the time, the producer sending us beats is like, this beat sounds so trappy. I'm not trying to go that way. I'm trying to go a different way now, kind of thing. So we're trying to run away from always bringing the same thing.
Sounding the same.
Yeah, and bringing this, because that's not consistency. I mean, if I'm gonna keep the same flows in the same song, it's not the same vibe. It's gonna run out. Like, might as well just drop one song and drop another one when you find yourself again, type of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah.